What is a good way to start a marketing plan? That's actually a really good question. I think it might be something that a lot of people have questions about, and just they're like they kind of understand, that they need to have a marketing plan, but they may like be a little bit stuck in the mud with regard to okay, where exactly do I start? So one of the things I utilize, and I don't know if this is unique to me, but I think I kind of came up with it by myself, but it may have been a product of me reading a lot of other things. So I don't want to miss giving credit to appropriate people if this was inspired by other people. But I like to look at it by what I call the 4 W's of marketing. So marketing plan needs to have 4 W's. And if you are taking notes or anything like that, this might be a good one to take notes on. So if you're thinking about how to start a marketing plan, so there's 4 different W's, and that just stands for the letter that starts. So first thing is who. Who is your target audience? Like, who are you trying to reach? Like, if it's a product or service that you sell or you're trying to get information across, who is your target audience? So that's the first W. The first thing you need to define is who you're trying to reach. The second thing is where. Where are those people hanging out? And by hanging out, I mean online. Like, where are they paying attention? Where are they hanging out? Are they hanging out on social media? Are they hanging out? Or do they do research with regard to search engines, things like that? But where are they hanging out? Where can you get in front of them? So again, try to think about it like, okay, here's my target audience. Here's where they're hanging out, or here's where they're paying attention. Another way we look at it is where are their eyes? Where, the name of our agency is Eye Magnet Management, and it's all around the idea of find out where people's eyeballs are at and then put your product in front of them in a way that engages them, magnetizes their eyes towards your product or service. So where are their eyes? Like outside of your product or service, where are they already paying attention? So there's their first 2 W's. Who's your target audience and where are their eyes? Where are they paying attention? The third one is what is the third W is what? What are their pain points? What are the things that they have going on that are either they need a solution for, that they have a pain point? They need a product or service because they're having a difficulty with something in their home. Their home has too much heat or glare, and they're looking for a solution to that. Or what are their pain points? That's obviously just a point of saying, like, why are they looking for anything at all? There's something going on with that particular person that makes the situation not ideal. That would be their pain point. What are they looking for a solution for? That is their pain point. So define what their pain points are. Now, if you've gotten to the point where you're talking who's your target audience, where are they hanging out, and you understand what their pain points are, hopefully the product or service you offer addresses one or more of those pain points. Like, why would they be interested in this? So the last one is why. So you want to tell them, okay, why would your product or service be a solution to the pain point that they have? So there's kind of your 4 W's, like who's my audience, where are they hanging out, what is their problem or what are their pain points, and why is my product a good solution for them? That kind of takes you through a basic marketing plan. Like, if you think about it that way, that's going to define a lot of things. When you figure out who your audience is, that's going to probably define where you want to spend your money on marketing. Like, again, if your audience is a younger demographic, you don't want to spend your marketing money on LinkedIn. This sort of flows. Once you identify the who, you go into the where. People in the younger demographic aren't spending time on LinkedIn. So it wouldn't be appropriate to spend money on LinkedIn because that's not where your who is hanging out, let's say. So you sort of have identified who you're trying to reach. You've identified where they've hung out. And that basically defines where you're going to spend your marketing money, where you're going to deploy your marketing your strategy is the where. Like, is it on Google? Is it on social media? Where are you going to deploy your marketing? Then you get down to the what. And it's like, okay, then with your content, the content you're going to generate to put on these platforms, you're going to put on together content that's going to address their pain points. Like, what problems are they having? address that right up front in the content. Maybe it's a question right at the beginning of the content that engages them with a problem that they're having. So they're like, so somebody asks them, are you having this problem? They're like, yeah, I actually am having that problem. You see this over and over again in marketing campaigns. You've probably noticed this when you're watching commercials and things like that. I mean, a question. So it sort of brings you right to the point. Like, are you having this issue? And then it's a very binary thing. You either are or you're not having that issue. And then the very next thing is you move into why your product could be a potential solution for that. So it really lays out the game plan of putting together a proper marketing plan and where you're going to spend money, what type of content you're going to create, and things like that. So I hope that's helpful. If you think about it as the 4 W's, it's really going to allow you to kind of put a sharper point on what you're trying to accomplish with your marketing and answer some questions. It's a really simple formula. It's not really all that, but I found over the years that if you kind of run your thought through that 4 W's process, it really helps to define what you should be doing and where you should be doing it. So